Hey wild things, it's Cypress. Today we're looking at 6 ways to tie or wrap a scarf against the wind. If you enjoy riding on a motorcycle, a quad, or some other fast-moving vehicle, you've encountered the problem of wind shred, the hair, the bugs in the face, and it's just not tenable. Now, if you're wearing a traditional full-face motorcycle helmet, no problem. You've got a grill, and there are all kinds of head sleeves that are specifically manufactured for use with that type of helmet. They look a little bit like a ski mask. But what if you want to tear it up on the roads or the trails with a little bit more of a classically fashionable look? That's where a scarf comes in. So as I said, we're looking at 6 ways to tie or wrap a scarf so that your face is not exposed to the elements. Before we begin, it's worth noting you want to avoid using a scarf made of chiffon or anything particularly delicate, or really any scarf that you want to keep nice. Because if you're riding out with your scarf protecting you from the wind, of course the wind is going to trash the scarf, and before you know it, the edges are frayed and it's going to be a little ratty. So just avoid using anything that you want to keep nice. Simple enough. Our first method is probably the easiest, and that is to use a circle scarf. Put this over your neck and wrap it around a couple of times, and make sure that one of the loops is just snug enough that you can get it up over your face but still move your head a little bit. This one is just really quick and easy. It looks good, and when you're not riding into the blue yonder, you can pull the mask part down and it looks reasonably like a fashionable scarf that you might be wearing anyway. Now, there is a variation on the circle scarf that you can try if you are wanting to protect your hair under your helmet. You can bring up one of the loops over your hair. You start looking a little bit like you're traveling through the desert, but hey, it works, and you might protect yourself from a little bit of that helmet head situation. Speaking of protecting the hair, this next option is primarily really good for just a really nice, easy protecting the hair and still looking rather smart. I call this the ponytail method. I would recommend putting your hair in a ponytail, or even better yet, a bun, low on the nape of your neck so that you can cover up all of the hair. You just take, well, basically any scarf, but a square scarf works really well. Fold it over in half if it's too long, and put it on over your head like hair. Like, put it where you would if it was substituting for your hair. Get it right in a good spot on the middle of your forehead. Pull it back, and make sure as you wrap it that you're getting it all around that ponytail or bun so that you don't have any hair that's gonna fly loose in the wind. Then this is the easiest thing in the world. You just take a hair scrunchie, preferably one that does not have the little metal on it. Those are not good for your hair or for your scarf. It'll tear it up. But one of these really soft big hair scrunchies is great. You can just gather it up like it's a ponytail, get a knot of it, twist it around, get some more, and you can play around with this bunching to give yourself a casual, bumpy ponytail kind of a look. However, if you're wanting to cover your face as well, I suggest pulling most of the scarf back through the ponytail like a long ponytail, and then it's really easy to use one of the long bits that are left up and around, and you can tie it around your face. And of course you can pull down the face part when you're not on the road so that you just look like you're wearing your scarf fashionably, and then it's easy enough to pull it back up for the road. Now with this method, any of you white girls out there might want to keep in mind, given certain color choices in scarves, one does start looking a little bit like one is culturally reappropriating. One of the ways you can minimize this a little bit is to use sport headbands of bright colors, preferably even patterns. You can use this as a colored accent on the scarf, and that helps break up that traditional headscarf look. But as you can see, florals might sometimes be better than solids because even a bright color might still not. At the end of the day, it's just a scarf. You're just protecting yourself from the wind or the sun, but aesthetics, right? So, just... Our next look is a really easy... You see in a theme here, most of these are like super easy. I like to do this particular wrap with a triangle. Well, this would be a square folded into a triangle. Wrap it around like a winter scarf, making sure you start at the front rather than the back, because that gives you your face guard. And then just make sure that it's snug enough to, again, cover the mouth and stay over the mouth and nose without restricting your head movement. This can be a little tricky, but of course, if you've got a chin strap on your helmet, that's going to help a lot. This method also works with a long scarf. So, really versatile and quite fetching, I must say. And then our final look requires a square scarf folded into a triangle. So what you want to do for this is to take one corner, don't go directly in the center, be off center by quite a bit, and have just enough of the edge left to tie behind your head. This is the most difficult one we're going to do because it involves actually tying the scarf. So you just get it around your face to protect your face from the wind and tie it up. You could just leave it like that with the extra scarf hanging down. You might want to put your scarf in your coat. For that matter, any leftover scarf you might want in your jacket so that you don't have the ends of the scarf blowing every which way. Once this is secure around the face, you can take the rest of the scarf and pull it up around over the head and secure it, and you've got your hair protected as well. Do watch the tassels. If you've got a scarf with tassels, you may want to be careful how you're folding it, or you could have tassels in your eye. And that would hurt if they hit in your eye. Again, this is another look that might get a little Eastern looking, which is fine, but if you're wanting to avoid that, again, just be aware of the patterns in the fabric of your scarf. Okay, so that's 6 ways to tie or wrap a scarf to protect the face and or hair from the wind. But there are so many ways to tie a scarf. So if you're glamming it up on the roadways and the dirt trails, have fun experimenting. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you liked this video or you found it helpful, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, click the bell, and follow along on Facebook and Instagram. And until the next video, keep your fashion wild. The idea for this video goes to a subscriber in Germany. You know who you are. Thank you so much for this idea. I had so much fun putting this together. I hope it helped. Either way, I had a lot of fun putting this together.
This is so exciting!